Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. So I'm recording from my phone. Now, I usually use my iPad, but seeing how this works, I just got to stand here, and it's hard to get used to where the camera is. It's over here. I don't know. So anyway, just getting right into this. I'm really getting into Dr. Joe Dispenza. Am I pronouncing his name right? You are the placebo, making your mind matter. What interests me, I'm just starting, the introduction, that he had an accident and broke his back and shattered his vertebrae, I believe, in 6 places, and he was paralyzed. And with his again, I'm just reading this. I haven't read the whole thing. I don't know his story real well, but essentially, with these techniques, he's now walking. He's able-bodied, and this visualization placebo effect. So this interests me because I have the same situation. I broke my back in August of 2014. I shattered my lumbar 3 spots. I had fallen 23 feet, landed on my left buttock, shattered my elbow, and on top of that, I have some sort of weird disease going on, some sort of odd neuropathy. I have a motor neuron disease. That the diagnosis I have is something called, it's a mouthful, idiopathic epidermal small fiber neuropathy, and it's also affected motor function. So what I've been doing is very unorthodox. Doctors tell me to do certain things and I don't listen because it doesn't work. So when you have a serious illness and disease, yes, heed advice, but you're on your own. You're kind of a guinea pig, right? So you got to take chances. I have diet. I'm on my 4th treatment of stem cells. And also, I do something called, it's extreme exercise. I mean, it's not fun. It's hard, but I work out at least 4 hours a day, probably throughout the whole day. So I'll stop. I usually go in spurts. I'll do 15, 20 minutes, stop for 10, 15. 15, 20 minutes, stop. And I do that all day. And when you add it all up, it's 4 to 6 hours. I do cardio. I do martial arts. I do weightlifting, the whole thing, and that's my thing. Now, every doctor will tell me, Mike, you're fucking way overtraining. That is not the way to go. But you know what? The other way doesn't work anyway. I've tried it all. I've tried moderate exercise. Hey, 20 minutes a day, that doesn't work. So this is what works for me, and the reality is I just wrote this down. So I got injured and I started getting symptoms in late August, early September of 2014. So I wrote this down. I've been sick for 1,854 days. And it is don't get me wrong, I get super frustrated. I wake up in the morning and it's hard to move, and brushing my teeth, I'm drooling, and and it's like all that hard work. I'm like Madeline, I worked out for 6 hours yesterday, until I couldn't even move. I worked out for 6 hours all in vain. And then you got to start up again. So you got to start up, have your cup of coffee, have the healthy breakfast, and just do it. And I'll tell you what, the worst part of this is poor me. Why did I get so fucked? Why is this happening to me? That's just the downer. I mean, listen, there are so many people who are sicker than I am, so that's not healthy thinking, and that's just the way it is. I mean, the world, you have to accept the fact that the world is not fair. There's no such thing as fairness in this life. It's not evil, it's not good, it's just randomness, So with all this training and mind control and all this placebo effect, extreme exercise, and positive attitude, you do the best you can. You do the best you can until the day you die. So, and I do these video recordings to kind of give me a pep talk. You know what I mean? I mean, 15 minutes ago I went into the kitchen. I go, man, I've looked at the clock. I've been working out for 3 hours and 45 minutes, and I'm not even halfway done. And I feel worse than ever. I feel like I'm wasting my time. I work so hard to the point where I feel like I throw up, I'm going to pass out, and I just keep on going. So, that's my thing. Thinking out of the box. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Read this book and just fucking do whatever you have to do. Survival of the fittest. That's what it is. Survival, survival, work your ass off. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.